From this, and this, to somewhere like this. The government is hoping migrants choose the latter.
We are putting people who want to go to regional Australia at the top of the list, the top of our priority list, because we know that there are many opportunities in regional Australia.
It's launched new regional visas, giving overseas workers in a wider range of occupations a chance to earn permanent residency in Australia.
We know that historically the vast bulk of migrants have wanted to settle in Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane, but we want to back migrants who want to commit to regional Australia, who want to live and work in regional Australia for at least 3 years.
So what exactly is a regional area? Pretty much anywhere, apart from Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. That's right, even the Gold Coast, Adelaide and Perth are considered regional, even though they are major population centres. The government claims there are 60,000 job vacancies in regional Australia, but in Wagga it's hard to find the right workers.
Because we require technically trained people, it's quite difficult to get university trained people or even vocationally trained people to stay in regional areas.
2 new visas were launched in November 2019 to help business find foreign employees. One requires visa holders to have a job offer, the employer-sponsored regional visa. The other requires a points test based on qualifications, experience and language skills, and an invitation from a state or territory body. There are more than 600 occupations on the list. Some, like anaesthetists, aquaculture farmers, caravan park managers, conference organisers, have no other realistic way to obtain permanent residency. Once granted, if a migrant stays in a regional area for 3 years, they can apply for a permanent visa. They also have access to services during this period. Migrants could be permanent residents in 3 years. Citizenship, then, is generally available after 4 years of permanent residency. The other catch, though, is that migrants need to earn a wage of at least $54,000 per year for 3 years in order to qualify for the permanent visa. So, what's life like in the regions? Small town life is loved by some, such as animal health researcher and recent migrant Faru Ataolahi.
My friend keeps saying that we will get bored in Wagga because nowhere to go, not much of the activities on to do. But when I got here, I fell in love with Wagga because it's exactly the same place that I'm coming from back in Iran.
James Raymer has led a team of ANU researchers over the past 4 years, collecting and analysing immigration records from the past 4 decades.
When we look at specific immigrant groups, we see some pretty big differences. If we go back to the China-born population, if they manage to get to Sydney in their first try, and they want to stay in Australia, they're going to stay in Sydney. They're not going to move. If they end up in a more regional or remote area, they have very low chance of staying in that area. Most will leave.
People generally will want to go where there's a better facilities. So we try to encourage business to be really clear of what's in their location and to assist skilled migrants like they would any new employee to find their place and to support them.
Actually, what we see in the data is that the chances of them leaving remote and regional areas have been increasing for a lot of the newer migrant groups.
Faru was drawn to Wagga for work, but she's also made another discovery.
Fishing. Yeah, fishing. We didn't have this sort of opportunity back in Iran. I mean, because we are living in the desert area of Iran, so we didn't have access to sea to practice this.
The government hoped small migrants like Faru will overlook Melbourne for the Murrumbidgee.